Hello, and I hope you've been having a good day, taking care of yourselves, whoever's watching. I'm going to be making a second video now and showing off the rest of the weapons, or at least part of it. We'll see how much I can get done. Depends on how quickly I do each one, but yeah, going to show off some more weapons. Okay, so now I'm wielding the Eastblade, which is a katana type, and I'm going to go ahead and show the light combo. The light combo is actually pretty much the same as the regular katana. Light swings, same animation. This is the heavy combo. It's 3 and 4. I think that's an old katana animation. A lot of bleed that it applies. I think that's similar to katana as well. Maybe not, maybe it's more. So you get a lot of bleed. Now, the offhand attack is different. When you press offhand, or special key, you basically just get that. I said special, offhand or block. So you get this little dashing strike. You can't do more with it with the offhand button. There's no combo, it's just a single strike. But you can obviously press a button like light attack to start striking right after it. So like that, and then that's heavy. And it basically starts at the beginning of the combo, so when you press the offhand, you can just start fighting. Which means you can actually keep going. Now, the offhand can be used from heavy to do that dash attack I just did right there. And it kind of misses if you don't aim at them, so it's not like you can really use it to move past them very well. It seems not to move very much. I think the katana does it better in the vanilla game. It kind of dashes through them. This one does not. But I think it makes up for it with the damage. It looks like it does just as much as the heavy. Now the light version of the offhand attack thrusts the sword forward. Let's see what it does from distance. Okay, so it kind of thrusts forward, so that's pretty good. Maybe that's the purpose of this as well. Oh, that is kind of short. The heavy offhand does not go very far, but the light offhand does. And again, you can continue fighting off of that thrust. There's a tiny delay before you can start swinging, but really it's just like the katana where you just keep going. So anyways, it's pretty straightforward. You'll have only 4 heavy strikes, infinite light strikes. You can combo, quote-unquote, into the light, back into the heavy. This weapon is definitely powerful. I think it's probably going to hit harder than katana, but I would need to test it. Alright, so this is another interesting weapon. It's called the Noblesword. This one's very different. It says it's two-handed, but you fight it. It looks like you're using it one-handed. In fact, you hold it in your left hand, so that's pretty cool. But just a note, you can't actually dual wield or you wield an offhand with it since you're actually using your offhand with it. So it's a very interesting weapon. It looks weird. But these are the light attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And there will be 5 heavies as well because it was matching. This is the heavy. Okay. And the offhand combo. 1, 2, 3. The first offhand hit is the one that does 2 hits. 1, 2, 3. Now the thing about this weapon is it has a lot of movement. Pretty interesting. It's like you can be striking from a distance and it'll carry you to the target. So if this was in a PvP server, that would be kind of interesting. Pretty cool. A lot of movement. And it mixes into other hits from different. So you could do light to heavy, heavy, light, basically. It doesn't matter. There's no combination that leads you into a wrong direction. You can finish however you want and start however you want. And that includes the offhand. The offhand only has 3 hits. So when you do offhand into heavy and light, it lets you go into the full chain. Or if I want to do heavy, light, offhand, yeah, you only get 2 hits from the offhand. Just like the other weapons, you only can do 2 hits when you combo into the offhand, it seems. But it seems like a good way to start the combo since you have a lot of hits in the other ones. These dual weapons look a little familiar, but these are very different. Because here we have dual axes, but they fall into the same class for this mod as dual hammers, and they even have like dual scythes. Basically, dual weapons is its own mod category here. And they all have the same animations. So I'm about to show you them and how this one works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. I remember using this so. So basically, you can just infinitely, almost infinitely, you see that there's a finisher that knocks down at least 5 cripple, but that's the light combo. If you can call that a combo, you're just going crazy, and you keep going, leave them on the ground. So that's pretty good, and I'm surprised it doesn't bleed like all the other weapons. Not all of them, but it's actually a nice change to see that it doesn't focus on bleed, but cripple. Okay, so now the heavy attacks. 1, 2, 3. And it kind of does a similar spinning, but it finishes a lot faster. I guess this is for the damage. I'm assuming it hits harder. I see 28s for that. Let's see what my numbers were for this. 26. 16. Okay, so it does seem to get weaker. So the heavy combo just hits harder and ends more abruptly. Now the offhand combo. Huh. It doesn't seem to end. So it's some type of infinite strikes. Okay, let's see how that combos from the light attack, light, offhand. Okay, so if you do the offhand button while comboing, you get a final finisher strike. No effects are being applied from it, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it looks pretty cool, and it does do some quick damage. So I can do heavy, offhand. Also, let's try heavy, offhand to heavy. Nothing. So basically, it's a finisher for sure. The only thing I can think of is doing the offhand attack, seeing if I can combo out of it. And you can. Okay, so that, what I call the infinite offhand combo, can be chained into the heavies or lights. So that's pretty cool. Wow. So you can start with the offhand, heavy, light, heavy until you're spinning, and then offhand again before I actually finish the combo. But basically, you can mix it up a little bit, and it looks kind of cool. So now we're using a great hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. Okay, so it looks like a 4-hit like combo. Yes. Now the heavy. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's kind of cool. It just, you bring it down and bring it back up and down again. No knockdown, but max sunder and cripple. I'll have to let that reset to see how fast that goes. Now the offhand. So the offhand does a blunt attack with the hilt, and it dashes forward. Then you follow up with a sweep. Alright, so let's see if I can combo into it. We're gonna do a heavy into the offhand attack. Yeah, you get the full 2-hit off the offhand. So I'll do heavy, offhand. And as for the lights, let's do 2, 3, and offhand. That's a pretty simple weapon, and you can combo into heavy and lights, just like most of the weapons let you alternate. And as you can see, there's a lot of cripple and sunder happening, so you're permanently getting armor penetration and slowing the enemy down. I'm gonna try to offhand into a final strike. Yep. But the only knockdown you can get is from the offhand, so it feels like you're gonna have to finish with that very often if you want to get that cool little pushback. This Halberd is a pretty cool weapon. It even reads in the description it's versatile, and after using it, it definitely reminds me of like Vermintide 2, where there's actually a Halberd, and it kind of reminded me of that weapon, if anyone's played that. So, the light attacks are quick sweeps, just like that, and they end with 4 hits. It's not exactly infinite, but it's pretty quick. Then you have the heavy combo, which goes to 4 hits, leads into a knockdown, and it leaves 1 piece of sunder, but throughout the whole combo, as you can see, you'll have high cripple. Then you have the offhand attack, which is only 2 thrusts. So it's actually a spear thrust, which is the point, right? Using the halberd for that versatile long range. So even standing a ways away, just doing it twice, I'll get back up to my opponent. Now, if I lead my combos with the offhand attack thrust, you can combo regularly into your 4-hit light or heavy chains. Offhand, light, heavy, and heavy. Another idea, since the offhand is the only way to get bleed on them, if you've noticed, it does bleed. I missed the other one. 3, and now 4 bleed. So I could do offhand, light, light, offhand. Just to poke and do a lot of that, or offhand, light, offhand. Or just go into the heavy for the finisher, it doesn't matter. So point is, you can play this like a hammer, you can play it close and quick, and then you can go back to using it like a spear and stabbing and moving around too. So it's pretty cool, it's got some good options. Okay, so I have twin swords, and these swords definitely remind me of the air mushroom from For Honor. It's pretty cool because they have a lot of speed, and unlike the dual swords in the vanilla game, which kind of feel a little slow, I don't know, to me they feel slow. In this one, they're not just fast, but they have some really cool animations that might make a difference. So this is the light combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the offhand attack will be 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. So these can all combo into each other, but since they have different numbers, you know, you have 4 lights, 5 heavies, and 3 offhands, you have to be careful of what you're doing, or you're gonna get the finisher a lot sooner than you're expecting. If you don't want to finish, for example, your heavy combo, then you're going to want to make sure you go into heavy before you get to that 3rd hit of light and you hit the light or offhand. If you hit the offhand button anywhere after the 2nd hit, then it finishes. Actually, I stand corrected. If you hit the offhand button at all during a combo, it's a finisher. The only way to get the offhand involved is to start the combo with it. You can do 2 offhand strikes and then start comboing however you feel. So to get the longest combo, you actually want to start your combo with heavy, because when you combo into heavy, it misses out on one of the strikes. So let's see, light, heavy, 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 heavy. That was a 5-hit combo. I guess you can do it with the light as well, because if I were to just do heavies, it's 5 hits. So if you start with light into heavy or all the way heavy, then you'll get 5 whole hits. But if you do the offhand, you're only gonna get anywhere from 3 to 4 hits, depending on how many offhands you do. It's not complicated, but it is weird. And it is a very powerful weapon. I mean, if you're looking for damage and you're looking for fast swings, wide swings, I think it's a good weapon. But it might feel a little weird since the finishers come out so often. So that will conclude the showcase for the second part of Highmane's arsenal. And I'm going to be doing a 3rd video to include most of the rest of the mod. Actually, not the rest of it, just the ranged portion. So the next one to look out for will just cover all the added weapons, starting with the crossbow. And they have a lot of cool things in there. If you're interested in the ranged weapons or anything new, then you definitely want to check that one out. But other than that, I hope you have a good day, take care, and see you in the next one.
Tripping, now I'm blue. Nigga, man, I can't win for losing cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper boy, grew up now I'm nigga, man. Player 1, player 2, show your ass what players do. Up, down, left, right, hit on with a strong attack. Yeah, I smoke the strongest back. Tell me what is wrong with that. More coins in the laundromat, you can't help but honor that. Jam man, make a man, more games than the Sega man.